At G20 event, while India is trying to showcase its art and craft, there are certain technological innovation also which is clearly in mind of the government to tell the world that how India has progressed on those issues. We are in the booth where the innovation in the financial sector has been showcased and how the UPI and digital payment gateways have taken over is being explained. We are joined by Kashyap Balakrishnan, who is going to explain us. So tell us what is this booth is all about.
So we are basically highlighting the growth of digital payments in India. So apart from the awareness, the security aspect, we are also giving an opportunity here for our foreign guests to experience UPI. So we have the product UPI One World, through which we'll be onboarding them onto UPI and using which they can experience UPI during their stay in India.
So how are they going to use it? Like, do they have to install some app on their mobile?
They will download an app onto their mobile, which will be facilitating at the counter in the front. And with that, then we also have an experience counter we will be providing here, through which they can do a sort of a test transaction. And just for some experience, we've given even a sort of a standee counter there. And we'll be providing them with a photograph which they can take back home.
And when they are going to transact, what are they going to purchase? Like, do you have any product or something?
It is just a sort of a token product, so it's not really priced that way. Okay. It's more of a token.
Okay. And I think this is the selfie point that you have created for I experienced UPI in India. So this is a place where, please sir, this is a place where those foreign delegates who would try to experience this UPI thing, they can have their selfie also taken under this frame.
Something that they can carry back. We'll give them a photo of this, which we'll take a photograph, give them a picture, which they can carry back with them.
Okay. So the innovation that India has created or achieved in the last few years, especially in the sector of financial and technology, that is being showcased here at this booth where all the digital transaction, all the modes of digital transaction has been showcased. This is a booth that has been done by Bharatiya Reserve Bank, that is Reserve Bank of India, and the foreign delegates will be able to experience this whole digital payment gateway at this counter. What are you going to give them as an experience?
We are trying to explain contactless, new modes of contactless payment.
So these are new modes of contactless payment, and these are like bands.
Like watch, keychains, ring. So using these, you can make a payment. So here we are going to give a demonstration of how they will be able to use these things.
So these small items that you can use it as your souvenir also can also be part of your overall financial transactional medium. And this is what this RuPay booth is trying to showcase. And you will be showcasing to the foreign delegates.
Instead of using a mobile phone and making a payment, you could have your prepaid wallet linked to this.
These are keychains, watches, band.
These are wearable devices. These are wearable devices. Instead of a debit card or a prepaid card that you have in plastic form, you can make payments via these keychains or ring. What you need to just do is you need to tap on the merchant POS device, and in a smooth, seamless manner, the payment gets made.
Okay.
So this is RuPay on the go. I can show you.
Yeah, please show us how this non-touch device is being used.
Yeah. So primarily at a merchant location, collect, I tap it, and this gets processed. Right?
So these small items, they are like attached with those some SIM or some chips.
So so they come inbuilt with the NFC chip technology, right? So nobody will guess that you are carrying a payment device with you, but these are RuPay on the go payment instruments.
So your keychain could become your smart card or transactional plastic money that once used to be, and these chips will be facilitating you for all the transaction. This is an experience that the foreign delegates are going to have in terms of India's innovation and in India's capability as a digital transaction, which has in fact been able to ensure a smooth transition from rural and remote areas to the urban and metro cities, from rupees 10, rupees 1 to rupees 1 lakh at one go without any hassle in just 2 steps or 3 steps. For the official delegates and media person or other people who are traveling to Delhi to attend G20 Summit, but they have very tight schedule and they cannot go out of Delhi or the other states of India, well, there is an opportunity where they can have a glimpse of what India is all about. There are several states exhibition that is happening very much at the venue itself. We have seen Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and almost entire India is present here in smaller booths with their, with showcasing their art, their craft, and folk. I think folk arts are also very much present here. We are here in the Gujarat exhibition hall, and madam, could you please tell us what are the exhibition that you are showing to the official delegates who will be coming here?
We have some patola sarees.
Okay.
Patolas. These are very nice. This is in pure silk and original natural colors, natural dyes.
Okay. So, will they be just seeing these elements, or they can buy them also?
Yeah.
So they can buy these articles also, and apart from these sarees, you have these paintings or some art.
Kutch embroidery.
Acha.
This is
These
Kutch.
Kutch embroidery are very rare and unique in their way.
This is
What is the uniqueness of this
done
Kutch
by
embroidery?
hand.
Acha.
Totally done by hand, needlework.
Okay. So these are all handmade crafts done by needle, very painstaking labor that must have gone into creating these pieces of art. Rogan painting. Okay. Yeah, that painting. Yeah. Okay.
4 months लगता है one piece बनाने में.
4 months. It takes 4 months to create just one piece.
make it one.
And what all is on this side? What is this side, ma'am?
These are furnishing bed covers. These are all ajrak printed bed covers.
Ajrak printed.
And this is tanka work.
Acha, acha.
Sujni. This is called sujni.
Acha,
Baroch में बनता है.
acha.
And these are all ajrak cushion covers.
अच्छा, तो ये जो फॉरेन डेलीगेट्स आ रहे हैं वो यहाँ से खरीद सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल वो उनको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा ये देख.
अच्छा, जरूर जरूर. So like we can only assume that they will be going to like it. These all handmade crafts of clothes, tableware, saris, and woolen shawls, quilts.
This is called bandage.
Okay, so these are bandage items that ma'am is showing, and we hope that foreign delegates are going to like these elements of art and craft. Oh, great. Okay, so there's another item which is what is, sir?
टांगले और कुर्ता piece.
Okay, so this is a kurta piece. You can stitch it, get it stitched. Okay, great. Okay, so I'll show you something else also from the other state, and this is Maharashtra, and okay, so there are like so many nice. I think these are Solapuri chappals. Kolhapuri chappals, of course, and then these are saris. Okay, pattern sari. और मैम इधर क्या है?
ज्वेलरी है, ज्वेलरी है.
ज्वेलरी. So ये ज्वेलरी आप कहाँ बनाते हो?
कोल्हापुर.
कोल्हापुर में. So these are Kolhapuri jewelry items that we are showing.
हैंडमेड ज्वेलरी है.
सब हैंडमेड बनाए.
सब
तो ये सिल्वर वर्क है कैसा है?
नहीं, सिल्वर वर्क नहीं, जर्मन सिल्वर का है.
अच्छा, जर्मन सिल्वर. और क्या है आपके पास जो आप उनके लिए लाए हैं? अच्छा. ओह. ये क्लोथ्स टेबल वेयर. Okay, great, sir.
We have Chandrayaan here as well.
Where is the Chandrayaan? Oh, great. And of course, there is a small model of Chandrayaan, and this Chandrayaan has been created by, I think, bamboo,
Yeah, bamboo.
all bamboo, and it's handmade.
Yeah. We
So-
have made this in Maharashtra, Chandrapur.
Acha. So Chandrapur and Chandrayaan, is there any connection?
Actually not, but it is a huge success of all for our Indians, and actually that's what we want to represent in sustainable manner. That's what the main goal of G20 is, right? So to avoid climate change and to prevent the whole world from climate change or global warming, we are making around 350 plus products with bamboo.
Okay.
And we are the second most largest producer of bamboo all over India after China, but we were nowhere with bamboo products. That's why we are developing this kind of bamboo products from diaries, rakis, kitchen cum mobile stands, and mementos.
what is your name?
Chandan Kasturwal.
Chandan.
Yeah.
So Chandan has created this Chandrayaan, and he's from Chandrapur. A lot of chand in this whole dynamics, but then they are one of the largest producer of bamboo articles, and they are trying to showcase this Chandrayaan sustainable goal with the bamboo production. And like Prime Minister Modi has also been focusing on the use of bamboo and how it can elevate the overall economic crisis in several parts of India, especially in Northeast, in Maharashtra and Southern India, which are like major producer of bamboo. Thank you for talking to us. And We have then, of course, the states of Goa, which is which needs no introduction. It is very famous for tourists all across the world. But then there are certain artifacts from Goa which is being showcased here. Could you please tell us, sir, what all have you brought here?
So, we are famous for our cashew, so you can see
Sample
it
of
is
cashew.
a sample of cashew, you can taste some. Then we have bibinka, it is a GI product, it is one of our favorite desserts. Then this is an upcycled product which we had almost 9 G20 meetings in Goa, and we had design specific products. This is an upcycled product, it is a candle. With fragrance of wildflowers from our Western Ghats, and it is packed in a discarded beer bottle. So it's an upcycled beer bottle. You
So
can
it's like
taste the fragrance.
sustainability packed with the
It's
ethnic beauty.
upcycled sustainability. We work towards sustainable development goals. So everything is.
I can also see a lot of artworks here.
So you can see there is, wood sculpture. This is traditional Goan window carved in wood, and then there are these seashells which are embedded inside. Ceramic items, embroidery items, coconut.
So this coconut has been created in shape of a small.
It's a bottle with a handle, so you can store oil or whatever in it. Then this is our traditional tribal fabric. It's called the Kunbi fabric. We have shawl, and then there are artists who have worked on it. There are embroidery artists who have worked on it. Various products of Kunbi fabric.
Okay.
We have terracotta work, which is the red earth of Goa, and we have huge terracotta artists who work on that.
And then, of course, you have
you
these
cannot
T-shirts
miss them.
painted with "I love Goa."
Absolutely, you can.
I think this is an essential, a must for everybody who visits Goa, and they buy these souvenirs as part of their memory when they go back home.
Absolutely. So these are souvenirs which have a long-lasting impression and create an image on Goa. You can see again terracotta art. This is paint on ceramic. This is also a very traditional art form. Again, our recycled, upcycled candles. This is specially created a terracotta art by an artist. It's the lotus motif, the logo of G20. It is an incense stick holder as well as a collector's item. The artist has signed it. So it's a very special item. Then we have the sea organisms, the starfish.
And
the
this is
cockerel.
cashew fruit.
This is cashew fruit. It is a bowl. You can serve cashew in it. You can, serve your tidbits. So I think we have something for every taste, and we are.
Okay, so
waiting
like
for
in this
this.
small booth, you have tried to bring in all of Goa at one place. Thank you for talking to us. And these are small samples that you've seen of various states that are going to have that are going to showcase so many stuff from across the Goa, and it'll be the foreign delegates who will be visiting this place. They'll be really happy to have a glimpse of entire India at one place. We are joined by INB Secretary Apur Chandra. He's been in the coordination of all this event that is going to happen, and past few weeks must be very chaotic and very busy. How are you feeling right now, sir? How the preparation has been?
I think it is for you to answer, because my personal feeling is that this media center is one of the best, one of the finest, which one can imagine, and all sort of facilities are there. So it is not just the media facilities per se, like the workstations and the internet connectivity and the interview rooms, but apart from that, two major exhibits are there, and that is one is the digital public infrastructure exhibit, where right from UPI to Aadhaar usages and e-Sanjeevani and so many other things are shown. Then there is an exhibit by RBI on the e-payment systems, in which India has taken the lead, the central bank digital currency, and easier loans to the farmers. And apart from that, this hall where we are standing, I think it is one of the finest exhibitions which will really attract all the foreign delegates and the foreign media. And all the states are represented here. The quality of products here is excellent.
So I think this is small hole in a way encapsulates all of India, where all the states are having their exhibition. Their people are here. Do you see that people will be coming here and buying their stuff also, because so many of them may not have time and luxury of time to go abroad, through other states as well?
That is the purpose is that many of the delegates, as you know, that most of the heads of states are traveling today. The media is also coming today. And they would hardly have time, because tomorrow the whole day the events would be here, and day after also they would be here. But this is something where they can just come and spend an hour or so, even when whatever be their free time. And this exhibit will be open till late night, so I think it will attract a lot of footfall and eyeballs.
I think there has been some special catering arrangement also for people or the delegates, foreign delegates who would like to have taste of Delhi or other parts of India. If you could just tell us something on that.
Yes, there is a full-fledged catering available, and this media center will be open 24/7. Now it is open, and it will be open till the 10th evening. That is 48 hours, more than 48 hours from now, and the entire catering during this period will be free of cost. It is available to the entire media, all those accredited media who will be here, and I'm sure that they will get a taste of Delhi as well as a taste of India here.
So apart from the tensions and the deliberation, that strong hard deliberation that will be happening, there is softer side of G20 also, which Mr. Chandra was telling us. All across this hall, you can have a glimpse of all the states of India. This is small hall, and you can buy stuff, especially for foreign delegates who will not have that much of luxury of time to go across all the states. They can come, look at themselves, and they can buy stuff as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. As G20 nears in, now we are joined by Special Secretary G20 Muktesh Pardeshi. We had him just a day ago also about the whole preparation, but now when the summit to begin is like less than 24 hours, how do you see the preparations going on? How do you see the discussions going on, the tension and the stretching that the two sides or the three sides may be having at the deliberation level?
Well, as you know, today the world leaders have started arriving. A few leaders have already arrived, and we just had a press briefing by Sherpa, who was joined by Foreign Secretary and Chief Coordinator. He has already shared the update with the media friends where we are in terms of discussions and negotiations. What I understand, there have been substantive discussions, and we are inching towards good understanding. But what has happened in Sherpa meetings, that will be placed before leaders. So let's wait for the leaders to deliberate upon them. In the meanwhile, what we are doing today, our International Media Center is already up. The place where we are speaking, it's Crafts Bazaar. This has been done for the benefit of leaders, ministers, delegates, and media friends. They may not be get time to go out and do shopping. So this is one place where they can see crafts from all over India. I mean, all states and UTs are represented here. And they can pick up souvenir products, and most of the products are from one district, one product list. There are items which are GI tags, and then some other special items are also there. There are some live counters, there is live music here. So this is very enjoyable atmosphere. This is a sense of hospitality that we would like to share with high-level delegations which will arrive at Bharat Mandapam tomorrow.
So will this hall, the exhibition hall, be open for other delegates also,
yes,
or it will be just a VVIP movement that will be happening?
No. It's open for anyone who is in Bharat Mandapam. Of course, you can enter Bharat Mandapam only if you are registered as a media person or delegate. So anybody who has access in Bharat Mandapam, they are most welcome. In fact, I'll encourage them to pay a visit and see for themselves how diverse products are displayed and are stocked to sell it off.
Okay. Sir, talking about those Sherpa meeting stuff that has been going on, we have just seen several prime ministers who have started the journey for India saying that the Ukraine would be an issue. They'll be raising voice of it. India has been bit avoiding the Ukrainization or the making the whole agenda about Ukraine. With Secretary Blinken also coming from Ukraine to India, doesn't it look like the West is very adamant on making Ukraine as one of the core issue that should be discussed at the G20?
It cannot be core issue. Why? Because this is an economic cooperation forum. For peace, conflict, and other such issues, there are other forums like UN Security Council. G20 has evolved in a premier economic cooperation gathering. Idea is that leaders gather here to deliberate upon the financial and economic issues. Well, if there are some geo-economic issues, the discussions happen, but they cannot become the core issues in G20.
How do you see the voice of Global South, or the concerns of Global South, and what are the concerns? If you could just share us the background that the Prime Minister had done that meeting in January, Voice of Global South. So what were the deliberations about? What were the key points that now the Indian G20 presidency is trying to push through the deliberation from the Global South side?
One of the, I would say, the legacy which India would leave behind is that we have raised the profile of the Global South and we have raised the voice of Global South in G20 framework. Before that, no presidency had ever consulted 125 countries. So when the Prime Minister hosted the summit on the voice of the Global South in January, we had a kind of consultative mechanism in which 125 countries participated. We were able to elicit a sense of their interests, priorities and concern. So what India is championing, some of the key priority themes of the Global South, this is being done after having engaged them. It's not that we got a dream and you just put it like this. We are doing it after entering into proper consultative mechanism. So, for instance, prioritization of achievement of sustainable development goals is a key concern for all countries of the Global South. We all know that we have slipped away in terms of the attainment of sustainable development goals. And if we are not able to attain them, who suffers most? The countries of the Global South. So by placing sustainable development goals and their attainment in time-bound manner, India has raised the voice of the Global South. Similarly, if there is, the issues relating to climate finance or access to development finance or women-led development, or also the idea of digital transformation and how it can play a constructive role in economic development itself is also related to the Global South.
But will the leadership of Global South, which India has championed in a way, be able to also bring in the consensus from the West and the Russia-China axis that the West is terming that?
That's happening. That's the role of the presidency. The countries put their national priorities and interests, and the presidency has to steer through discussions and negotiations in a manner to arrive at common understandings, and those efforts are underway. It will be premature for me to reflect on those things because I'm not directly in the meeting room, but we are keenly awaiting positive outcomes.
So, Mr. Pardeshi, the Special Secretary G20 is very hopeful that there will be consensus that will emerge out of those discussion rooms because the meetings are still underway and no final conclusion has been arrived upon. There are differences that obviously the people have accepted, but then the process of consensus building is still very much on, and India is hoping for an outcome-driven G20 this time, if I'm right, sir.
Thank you. No, thank you. No, you are very right. We are looking forward to a very decisive G20 presidency, outcome-oriented, and I would say the key phrase which will sum up our presidency is inclusive. So when we talk about Global South or African Union or the whole of India, that's the inclusive approach which reflects our key approach towards the presidency.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for talking to us. And we hope that the deliberations will go on and the consensus will emerge and the G20 will be productive. You have arranged for a media delegation and it has been successful so far. We'll have to look for the outcome document as well if it brings out the consensus as well. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.